Hey, what's going on today? I want to talk about how to get customers to buy your products when it comes to e-commerce or whatever website you have. Now, I've been into internet marketing for many years, and there's two things, well, it's actually three things that I've learned that are, I think, can pretty much help you. I wish I would have learned. I learned these the hard way. The first lesson, which is pretty important, is the only thing that really matters is sales. That's it. Okay, it doesn't matter how many views you get, subscribers, fans, followers. It doesn't even matter how much you know about like Google or Facebook if you don't sell. That's really where people actually go, hey, here's some money. Without that, what do you have? You don't got nothing. You don't. Okay, so that's kind of important. How to sell and doing it on the internet is a little bit different than doing it face to face or over the phone or anything like that. The second thing, which is pretty important, is you could actually, there's a lot of money to be made after that first sale if you know what you're doing. And if you don't, then you're going to lose a bunch of money, and that sucks. Do you want to lose a lot of money? No. So you have to know what you're doing in that regard too. Uh, all right. So, in fact, I'll give you a little history on myself. I actually had a YouTube channel that had lots and lots of views, millions of views, and I barely made any money because I didn't know how to sell. I didn't know what to do after that first sale. All right. So let me ask you a question. Are you an adventurous person? Are you? Well, if so, then you want to learn these two skills which can help you in your business, then click that link below because it goes over how to do these two skills. Okay. Now I mentioned there's a third skill too, which is really important. And I've actually been reading this book called Pre-Selling, which is a really, really good book. And that's the third thing is that you can actually, it helps with sales, especially on the internet, is to pre-sell. All right. So, and I've actually been experimenting with this with affiliate marketing as well. And I'll give you an example. This book is fascinating. There's these people walking around the mall with clipboards, and they were asking people, shoppers questions, and then they were asking for their email address, right? And about 29% of the people who asked, they asked, well, they 29% of the people gave up their email address that they asked out of 100%. Then they came up with this idea to pre-sell, like, hey, let's try something different, okay? And they told the workers to ask the shoppers if they were an adventurous person. And that's why I asked you that in the beginning, right? Uh, and most likely people are going to say yes. In fact, the funny thing about this is 97% of the people asked, they said yes, they're adventurous, right? Um, and then they asked for the email address. And guess what? That number jumped from 29% to 77%, all because they were asked if they were adventurous. It's fascinating. It's pretty cool, I thought. So you might be wondering why 97% of people say they're adventurous. They disagree with that. Um, and the funny thing is, it's not just with adventure. It's with anything. Whether you want to be happy, helpful, unhappy, or anything else. In fact, whatever a person focuses on, an idea, person, object, they make that seem more important to them before. Okay. Now, in this book called Pre-Selling, he talks about this very important scientific figure. And, that figure was asked to specify one scientific concept that can improve everybody's understanding of the world. And he came up with this 500-word essay. He called it the focused illusion. And basically, nothing in life is as important as you think it is while you're thinking about it, but you think it's a lot more important. And he gives a couple of examples, like this lady, like this person, I don't know the guy, I forget if it's a guy or a girl, meets the Queen of England and during her special day, and the phone rings, and the Queen goes, "Well, you should answer that. It must be important." And there's nobody on the phone that could have been that important. But we basically think things are important when we focus on them. If that makes sense, kind of made sense to me. Okay. Um, I'll give you an example. This is actually really cool because it goes into e-commerce websites. They had this website where they were selling furniture, right? And it's high-end furniture, and they wanted people to focus on the quality, not just the price. So they put fluffy white clouds in the background because you're thinking about comfort, quality, and And people are actually more interested in the quality when they did that. And then they switched it. They put coins in the background. And guess what? People switched their interests to saving money when they did that. They're like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. They're more interested in saving money because of that background image. I thought that was just fascinating stuff. It's kind of like when uh, if you go to a wine shop and they're playing German music, you're more likely to buy German wine, because maybe you're thinking about that. Yeah, there's some definitely some interesting stuff. I've noticed that myself in my life when I was in the market for something. You start seeing them everywhere. Like, whoa, I didn't notice there's so many of these things around that I was wanted to buy. Right? Am I right? Am I wrong? You let me know. Let me know in the comments. Right? Now, of course, it could work against us too, like with interruptions. One study found that reading scores of students in New York elementary school were very much lower in classrooms that were actually above the subway system, where they had all this rattling trains pass through all the time, and people are like, what the hell is that train? Oh shit! Yeah, I don't know. What was it doing again? Yeah, there you go. Interruption. It cost us that's why all this thing is, I definitely stick all the alerts off of it, turn it off when I can, because it interrupts the crap out of me. Um, Okay, back to what I was saying because I get interrupted by the phone, thinking about the phone. Yeah, about the school. Okay, so obviously, like you probably imagine, when uh, they made the schoolroom quieter, they put like, I don't know, someone they did something to the walls, or they helped out with train tracks or something. They made it much more quieter. Guess what happened, right? The test scores went up. So it works both ways. It can really work against you as well, assigning importance to wherever our attention is at the time. Okay. All right. Oh, here's another one too. I read another book about negotiating, which was really, really good. It's called Never Split the Difference. About head FBI um, uh, anyway, he negotiates, right? And he's talking about negotiating a price, even a salary, which you could do. He talks about anchor point, where he recommends if you want to negotiate a higher wage for your job is to put a range, but make it higher end, and then you're going to get the lower end part of what you want. They call it anchor point. Like make the price really high. Like when I sell stuff on eBay, I used to compare what I was selling the price to a brand new item that was super super expensive, so it could justify the higher price. And it's the same thing as pre-selling. You're pre-selling someone's mind into a higher price, um, and that's another way of just pre-selling, in which it does. I think it definitely helps a lot. So, what do you think about this video, huh? Did you learn anything about pre-selling? If you liked it, if you learned something, hit the thumbs up button. Um, Tell me your experience. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are interested in learning to sell, to get customers on e-commerce websites, drop shipping, then if you click that link below, there's some. I wish I would learn about this stuff a long time ago. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Anyways, I wish you the best. Have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye.